Anyways, it's another podcast. It's our regular 2-3 months in between them, it seems like. Yeah.
What about that?
Is that right?
It was, well, we'll talk about later, but podcast stuff. Steve had a question about our weekends. Steve, say it again.
Oh, yeah. I hope your weekends were fucking shit.
Mine was. I went to a funeral. Thanks.
Oh.
Thanks for bringing that up.
Wow, Steve. What
You
the
kind
fuck?
of made me bring it up a second time. We could have just easily walked past that, but I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
but I mean, I wanted you to feel bad.
The first time you asked a really nice, polite question, and then the second time you just shit on him.
I
Yeah.
really
So then I didn't feel bad about
really
it.
butchered that.
Yeah.
Who passed?
My grandmother.
Oh,
Sorry,
man.
bro.
It's okay. I feel like if you die and you're really fucking old, I mean, it's not a cool thing, but I mean, you had your turn. You I mean, it's not like dying at
it's just-
50 or 60.
Yeah,
You had a good life,
full life.
and I mean, it's not something to like get broken up. I mean, it's not a happy occasion, but I mean, she had a long fucking life, and I'm sure at the end she was just like, you know what, I'm good. 'Cause I feel like that's how people are going to be when they get. I mean, if you could push to 100, fucking do it.
That-
Like if you could pull a Christopher Lee and fucking be making movies till you're 90, probably getting his dick sucked too.
Yeah.
Imagine Christopher
That
Lee got
was
his dick
nuts.
sucked.
He's always like, yeah, hey, I got a lightsaber for you.
In his fucking Saruman voice. Join me, Gandalf.
My name's
really was
Susie.
That's Kobe pretending. I don't
Seems
know
like the
what.
perfect time to do this now.
What?
Beautiful segue.
It's so beautiful.
So majestic.
It's so sad.
If it only had some hi-hats in there.
I'm sure that's the whole song too. I learned a whole song in fucking like just 3 hours.
Good.
That's a whole song.
That's
The whole
definitely
song?
not the whole song.
Pretty sure it's
It's
just
like-
that repeated like
That's like 2 bars.
4-hour movie.
Yeah, that for 2. It just gets louder and slower
What?
and faster.
It's like Inception.
Why is there this piano music in Rohan? I don't understand.
Do 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 do. Look, he tried. And
Yeah.
we have to applaud him.
Do we actually have to applaud?
No, no, we don't. We don't.
Just metaphorical clapping.
Yeah.
Small
Fuck,
golf
what a
clap.
weird topic we're on right now.
Given
What a
him
weird just
slow
opening.
clap.
That's not
Yeah, I don't think there,
formulaic.
you need an intro. It's just that funeral bit will do it.
Well, you asked. So, like, we started dark like real early,
I got
and
cut
then
off. I don't hear anyone. What's happening?
what?
What?
Oh, Kobe's
What?
disconnected.
Hurrah.
He's back.
Okay.
Audacity was still running.
Okay, Steve, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you guys had like a little blip.
Oh,
I wonder if someone turned the fucking microwave on.
Fucking microwave.
let's not bring that up. Sensitive topic.
Sensitive topic, like hurricane sensitive topic.
Almost.
Ooh.
That's topical. That's a topical event.
Shh.
So what are your guys' opinions on hurricanes?
I think they're awesome.
Oh.
Awesome forces of nature.
No, I mean, what do you say? I don't know, man.
It's
It's
terrible.
like people who live in Kansas City and then they get their house wiped out by a fucking tornado every 2 years. Don't live in
Yeah.
Kansas. Fucking move.
Maybe they're
I
too
don't know.
poor and they have to stay there.
No one in Kansas is poor. It's a very affluent city. That's a
I
joke.
don't know. I'm gonna look at it right now.
It's probably not good.
Probably
But I heard I don't know if it was like exaggerated, but I heard Puerto Rico might not have power for like months.
Goddamn.
Jesus.
Months. That sucks. No, I feel bad for those people. I feel.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Does
always
Flint,
like
Michigan have any water yet?
Nope.
I don't know, man. That's
What?
not topical.
That's not topical. No one gives a shit about that.
Like, I don't know what you do. Like, where we live has been pretty safe, but what if they told you, like, yeah, gigantic earthquake is going to happen. Are you going to move? You'd probably, like, leave town, but you're not going to fucking, like, oh, I guess I'll just fix my house. Like, you'll probably keep living there, right?
I mean, yeah, you gotta have money to move. And
Yeah,
just
it's not
kinda
so
like-
easy.
just wait for the earthquake and you go loot some of the fancy houses on the west side or the east side.
Especially when you live, like, on an island. It's like, well, I'm going to move to the other part of the island where that
Just
is
to
also
the
going to get
bigger-
demolished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Virgin Islands got hit hard. The weird thing it was like 3 big fucking storms in a row, right? There's that one that was in Houston, and then there's the one that was in Florida, and there was one after that, wasn't there? Like
Yeah.
a tropical storm or something.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, Mr. Trump, yeah, it's some fucking like weather science for you. Like, do you believe in this shit?
Smacking you in the face right now.
Idiot.
Yeah.
Fuck. He's been on an idiot tear of late.
Yeah.
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 The whole thing with like the football players and the NBA players. Because I watched a lot of NBA, so I've been kind of
Yeah.
watching
What
like this
happened with that?
uprising against him.
He's been
Well-
beefing with Steph Curry.
Yeah, Steph Curry was like second or third best player in the league. Said, well, he's on the championship Warriors, and usually, sports teams in North America get invited to the White House, or at least American teams.
Right.
But Steph said, someone asked him if he's going to go to the White House, and he's like, probably not. We're going to use it as a statement, as our solidarity, blah, blah, blah. We're just not going to go. We don't want to go there. We want to, make our voices heard. And so Trump said, basically, screw you. We're not inviting you. Like, it was like, going on Twitter and like, the invitation is rescinded.
Yeah.
It should be an honor to come to the White House. And then fucking LeBron lit him up on
I
Twitter.
read that. That was awesome.
Yeah, he called him a bum.
He's like,
He said like
going to the White House was a great honor until you took over, you bum, or something.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Apparently
yes.
that tweet is like one of the top 5 most liked tweets of all time now. That LeBron one.
Oh, nice.
Oh shit, that's dope.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, he got, and like Chris Paul is also a big star, like all the big NBA stars. Plus he's beefing with like the NFL now. He's telling people not to watch the NFL as protest against the players that are protesting against police brutality. Like, it's just,
What?
there's a tweet I read this morning, and it was like, it was talking about the tweets that Trump had made this morning. It was like tweets about the NBA, NFL 4, tweets about like John McCain 4, tweets about Puerto Rico not having power for the next 5 months 0. Like, he doesn't give a shit about that stuff, but he cares about like, don't watch football because they're protesting peacefully.
Yeah.
Fuck those guys. Oh man. But some people are saying like it's a cover up for like anytime he does something stupid like that, like stupid but relatively harmless, or he just makes himself look dumb, it's almost as a cover up for something else, because he's still got this ongoing investigation with like the Russian probes and things like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And I mean, he's a pretty good distraction too, because anything he says, everyone always like goes to it.
It's
and,
just
like,
been such a weird
overanalyzes it.
presidency. Like the fact that he's like cleaned out all the Republicans from his cabinet. That's so strange.
Yeah.
Like all the people that got him in the office, he's like jettisoned and just replaced them with like loyalists. And of course, all the stuff with North Korea,
Oh my god.
where they're basically barking at each other like little kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking stupid.
Isn't it insane that in a debate between the U.S. and North Korea almost sounds like the less crazy of the two?
Yeah.
I saw that. I was like, holy, what the?
Like
That's bad.
like the North Koreans are talking about like we will defend ourselves and we will prove that we have the might, and we want to be left alone. And then Trump was like, we will scorch your land with fire.
Jesus Christ.
Hellfire and
something like that.
brimstone.
It's like, what is, even China was like, whoa.
Take it down a notch.
Yeah, let's calm down, people. Let's
Hey,
What did Kim Jong Un call him? A dotard or something?
yeah,
Something?
dotard,
Yeah.
which is apparently as like a side note, I kind of laughed because I was on the BBC website and they were explaining what that means. It's like, do people not know what that word means?
I don't know what that means.
It's like, from what I read,
Like-
something about someone acting childish or like a senile old man.
Yeah, it's basically like a senile old person, which
Oh
is
my god.
fairly accurate.
Yep.
Yeah. It's pretty accurate.
100%.
100%. 100%.
Yep.
Yes. All right. Enough about Trump. Enough about hurricanes. Get well soon, Puerto Rico
And everybody.
and other affected
Our
places.
thoughts and prayers.
The fuck off with that. Have you heard Anthony Jeselnik? He's a comedian. He does. A
Oh
great,
yeah, he's really dark, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
he's funny.
he himself is not dark, but he does very very dark
Yeah.
comedy. Yeah, he did his whole stand-up bit called Thoughts and Prayers, where he basically just makes
Yeah.
fun of people who go on Twitter and like, oh, our thoughts and prayers are coming out to the people in Houston, like blah blah blah. This basically just means, remember me too.
Yeah.
It's like, pay attention to me too. I got
Give me
like a
caring.
yeah. I changed my Facebook picture to a picture of the flag of France.
Yeah, I've never done those because it's like, why?
It's a lot of work, is what it is. And I change mine once every 2 years.
Like if they showed like if you change your profile pic, we'll donate something. Yeah, okay. But I'll just change your picture
Yeah.
to think about them.
No, like I rarely change my profile pic, so I need something really major
Yeah.
to happen to change mine. A terrorist attack isn't enough, but the Pickle Rick episode of Rick and Morty was enough to get me to change
Apparently
my
that was
profile
enough
pic.
for you.
That was inspiring.
Priorities
That
first.
was inspiring.
I am supporting Pickle Rick.
And what he rolls for.
What he well,
He
what he
stands.
overcame, like he was turned into a pickle, and then by the end of the episode, he was like
rat
controlling like
pickle.
robots and shit like that. Like it was amazing. That's perseverance that the world
Breaks the
can
riches.
get behind. Yes, Pickle Rick.
That's what people need in this dark times.
Inspiration to all. It's just like so poor like boy in like the Caribbean where his house has been destroyed. It's just like twigs and stuff. You just fly over. Think of Pickle Rick in your hard times. He's like, motherfucker, who the fuck is Pickle Rick? And we just fly away. Pickle Rick.
The true heroes.
What a bunch of white assholes we are.
Well, you three.
Okay, so you're half a white asshole.
No, didn't you get the memo? If I'm not completely white, I'm not white to your guys' eyes. I'm just whatever mixed blood I am.
Oh, okay.
Did you know that?
Is that what the memo says?
Yeah, didn't you get the memo on that one?
Like I could just whatever mixed blood I am, because even I'm not sure. I think at this time, isn't everyone a little bit of something else? Are there like
Has to be.
100%?
We're,
Has to
we're
be.
a few generations away.
I mean, I feel like even I am. I got like not white blood in me. I think maybe if you still live in Europe and your family is like 100% from Europe, there's a better chance. But I think if you live in North America, you probably got something else in you. So stop being racist,
Yeah, Steve.
fuckers.
Yes, Steve.
Not me, the fucking people that handed out the memos. Like they're pretty adamant about me not being white. I don't know.
Because they know the
Just
truth.
people knocking on door. They're just looking you.
Have you heard the word?
Yeah. They just like giving
They've got,
Steve
like-
the stink eye when he opens the door. It's like, yeah, you try, but we know.
They hold
We're
up
on
like
to you.
one of those color cards with just from
Colors.
pale white to eggshell.
Color
Like, nah.
swatches. Yeah, they're like, nope.
Well, the murder videos were doing pretty good. People like them.
Hmm.
Have you guys watched any of them?
Yep.
I
Yeah.
put up another one today.
Watched
I
it.
don't know. I think they're funny. I think
I like
murders. It's a good format because it's like it's a little competitive, but it's not like you don't get owly about it. Like you don't get like I
Mhm.
died and people get upset.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like you're riding a bike trying to shoot fucking an SMG in game or fucking Grand Theft Auto. It's just takes too much effort where I can't think of saying anything, and then I die, and I'm just like fuck.
Yeah, it's like a good avenue for like being able to be entertaining, but also, be doing something, and not like having to force yourself to do something. Like the mechanics are pretty simple. You run around, you try not to die, and then you eventually do.
Or get stuck in a pole.
One thing I do notice is fucking Steve and Joe lie for no fucking reason at all, other than to just lie.
Throw everyone off.
I don't understand.
That's the whole point.
It doesn't.
Because if you lie all the time, then when you are the
But it just makes the video bad.
no one knows.
Like we're just like no one knows who anyone is.
Well, you
Take a
cut
look
to
at
our video, right? And you
Yeah.
just gotta put like,
Yeah, look up
this
the
is
screen.
actually Steve, and then like when I lie, you can put like liar pops up. On the
Or when you cut to his video footage, it's like, Steve, oh, he is the murderer. It says on the screen, murderer.
Yeah, but sometimes I don't know if you guys are lying or you honestly just don't know who the fuck you are.
But I mean, he did label the video liar, so
Well, that's because it was pretty.
everyone lying.
Joe was a pretty big liar. It's just a big terrible liar. And then I murdered him for it.
I knew
Yeah, I want to do some more murder. I just want to change the map a bit, and then I want to try some TTT as well. That can be fun. TTT is good stuff. And Prop Hunt. I don't know if you guys ever played or seen Prop Hunt, but that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, we played that one before.
Prop
seen
Hunt's
it.
good
Never
stuff.
played
Yeah,
it.
didn't we?
I've
Huh?
seen it, haven't played it. I've wanted to play it. It looks so fun.
It's good. I think we just need 6 people for it. Because I don't think you can do it with 4, but I don't think it's as fun. And I think you need an even number because I believe it's in teams. So
Yeah, because right now it'd just be 2v2.
yeah, which I don't think is very good, especially on some of the maps. But I mean, my G modding is fairly minimal. Like I just set up the server and I was like, oh, how do I add new maps? Oh,
How do I do this? How do I do that?
I'm gonna have to read some articles or something.
Do some research.
Someone actually commented on one of the podcasts we did. One of the older ones, and they asked if they were on iTunes. So I actually looked at how you can actually get them on iTunes. It's apparently not that hard. It just has to be approved. So I don't know. Like I think of all the stuff we do, I think the podcasts are actually like they're one of the least viewed, but they're the easiest to make. And I think it's one of the things we're better at because when I think about like games and stuff, there's not a lot of games we all like. You know what I mean? We don't really have a community game.
That
We don't
is
have like a
true.
game.
Yeah.
Like everyone likes different. I like most games, but like the
Except the
Two
ones
or
that I like.
And
yeah.
except the ones
Well,
I
you only
like.
like 3 games.
Yeah,
And-
Steve likes Smite.
Overwatch.
When's the last time you played Overwatch?
I haven't played games in a long time. Well, I'm thinking about getting this Player Unknown, but
If you get it, let me
Get it?
know.
I don't know. It looks
I've been watching some
fun
Twitch
from
on
what I
it.
watched.
It looks hard but fun.
Yeah.
I
It's- I don't know. I'm still kind of on the edge.
it was that's a topic I had for later. We'll talk about PUBG later.
Put a pin in that.
Put a pin in that in your fucking dick hole too.
Bookmark
But
it.
we'll just get onto it after this. But I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, we don't
Our
share a
style
lot of
games are way
common.
different.
Actually, I mean, like me and Joe like a lot of similar games, but Joe doesn't get quite in depth into like the games I like.
Yeah,
I don't-
like fuck. Anytime we play Minecraft, then I come back and there's just a master engineer and some fucking
That's-
little wizard. And some
that's me.
fuck.
That's me.
But at the same time, Joe's never played any Mass Effects, which fucking blows my mind, or Dragon Ages.
No.
I haven't played
Or
any
Witcher.
Mass Effects.
No.
I've only played... Well, I've played all the Dragon Ages, and I've just played the last Witcher.
I feel like people who don't play RPGs are fucking just weird people who need to like fucking reassess their lives. Like how can you not get into that shit?
Right.
I don't understand.
It's just such a time investment. I don't like because I want to sit there and I want to
This guy
play
was
it.
600 hours in Terraria,
It's like
in
closer to
vanilla
8,
Terraria.
I think because I can just hop on and do half an hour, right? If I'm playing an RPG like Fallout, that's what's like the tough for me. Like I want to be able to sit there for like 3 hours, just immerse right into it.
3 hours. Pfft, pussy.
That's it.
I got stuff I gotta do.
No, you don't. You have stuff you
What,
think
you have
need to do, but you
responsibilities
need to
or
do
something?
Fallout.
Yeah.
That's why you take a week off.
Man.
But yeah, that's always been a thing. But I think with the way the podcast works, is we can always kind of mesh it in, and I don't know. It gives us a good avenue. It's something I've just thought about. Like if we actually streamlined and set it up a bit better, and actually use some of like the music I have access to. And Steve, are you building something right now?
Sorry, I was just moving something.
He's got his Lego playset out.
I'm just talking about like the better quality of the podcast. He's, like,
I know. I thought this is in poor taste to be doing this right now, but I
he's just
wanted
like
to
making a
finish it.
model plane or something.
Got nothing for that.
But it's something I might look into, and we'll actually like have the people have their own little sections. Like I liked when we did Steve's stupid news thing, even though it was like very, very poorly prepared. But I think if we had like a week to do it, and just gave everyone their own little thing, and then like came together on like the games and like the political stuff, and maybe just ask people to pay more attention to the news during the week. We could call it like a gaming podcast, but just say it covers a bunch of other shit. Because generally, most of us play games. Most of what we do is around games, but I'd say that's like 40% of it, honestly.
Yep.
So that's something I might look at. So yeah, PUBG. PUBG was... Well, Steve messaged me on Facebook, and he's like, what about PlayerUnknown's Battleground? And my response was, fuck that game.
Yeah,
I think for...
that's the response I get when I bring ideas to the table.
Just that game in particular, I have no interest in, because that game in particular represents basically the death of like a game I really had high hopes for, which is like the DayZ style of game, which is basically what PUBG, that's what they call it. I'm not going to call it PlayerUnknown's Battle. It's basically what that game is. They just took out the zombies. They took out like the longevity, like the crawling around for weeks and building up an arsenal. They just kind of boiled it all down to, I mean, I get it. It's fun. It's just not a game I'm interested in.
To a 15-minute battle royale.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind watching it, but I know I wouldn't want to play it, because I feel like any interest I would have in it would be gone in like 4 or 5 matches. I'd be like, well, that's done, because it's always the same map.
Oh, is it?
And yeah, it's always the same map. There's
Just
no different
one
maps.
giant map.
Yeah, it's just the circles are the only thing that's different in the zones that you start in, but basically it's always going to boil down to the same thing. You loot for your first 5 minutes, you work towards the circles, you get into your firefights, and then that's it.
Yeah. And like certain like metas are kind of being established where, you know, you do this, you don't do this, and hacking's I think has become a thing. There was some other issue with like big issue with the game. I can't remember what it was.
Because it's not like a full game yet, right? Or is it a full game?
I don't see
No.
what more they can add to it. I mean, they could add like different games. I would be interested if they had like a non, like, I know it kind of goes against what it is, but if they had a game mode where it doesn't have the shrinking, field, where basically games could last. Well, it's not even a game. And at that point, it's just more like DayZ, where you go around and scour, and maybe you bump into someone like today, but maybe tomorrow you don't. But I don't think it's not meant to be like that. It's just, like I said, I'd rather they had just made a good DayZ, and I don't know, because DayZ just turned into PvP in the end, anyways, which is why I wasn't interested in it. Like, it was supposed to be more of like are we gonna work together? Are you an asshole? Where those like kind of checks and balances. Like, if you were gonna be a murderer, yeah, you got better rewards, but you were kind of like targeted more. But I think we're kind of past that survival game now. I think DayZ had its heyday in the mod, and then the new one they made just never really got anywhere.
No, the zombies, that's the thing. The zombies were never a threat.
Yeah, once you figure out the zombies, then it just becomes a PvP game, because there's no threat, so you need something to do. So they never really figured that out.
Yeah.
Like, what, were the zombies just too slow, or like?
Yeah, they were too slow. They weren't enough of them. Once you got geared up, especially in the mod, you could like hide in bushes and shit, and they just couldn't hit you. And
Yeah. There was
They were
ways
just an
around.
inconvenience.
Yeah. For only for your first like hour, they were troublesome. After that, you got a little bit of ammo, weapons. They're done. That's it.
Yeah, they were just annoying at that point. Like
Yeah.
I remember, I had my own DayZ mod server, and the most fun I had is when I put the AI bots on there, like just really lethal, like enemy soldiers that were kind of like they would run around in packs, and that made the game fucking terrifying because they'd like scope you and like shoot you from down the street and stuff. So it kind of gave you like that PvP experience, but at the same time, like you could still be cooperative. Like the other players on the server would like band up with you because those bots were so fucking dangerous. Like you wouldn't want to leave yourself exposed in a firefight situations, right? And that's what they kind of needed with, I don't know how you do zombies to make them more, dangerous. I liked what the Forest did with like their weird monsters.
Yeah.
The Forest made me feel like scared.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, you just look and it's just standing watching you. You're like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, they were creepy, and I'm sure there's a point in the Forest where you get like superpowered, but I don't know. Even 7 Days does zombies better. Like their zombies aren't super terrifying, and there are ways to avoid them, but they're still better than the DayZ ones. So, but yeah, Steve brought up that game, and I was kind of like, I'm not really interested in it. I mean, if you guys want
If it
to
was
play
cheaper, it'd be. I think it would make for a funny.
yeah, it's still like a
Idea.
$45 game.
Is
But
it?
the other thing too is just it's so saturated. Like everyone's doing PUBG, and like there's a million videos. You just kind of get lost in the noise. But I mean, I feel like we're still at our best when we have a good like sandbox game to play. The problem is we cannot figure out one that we all like, because we all just have such disparate tastes in games. Like the 7 Days stuff was like, it was okay, but I don't think anyone really got into it. So I've been like trying to think of like sandboxy type games. The Minecraft stuff was fun, and I've been watching like the Achievement Hunter. They're actually doing a Skybox series, or Sky Factory series themselves, which is kind of interesting to watch. They got way, I don't know, I don't know if they got more advanced than we did, but they're getting pretty advanced. It's kind of fun to watch them do stuff that we didn't do when we were playing it. I don't think Kobe's ever played Minecraft, has he?
Nope.
No?
I've
so weird that
I've
people-
gone around and literally like fucked around and had no idea what I was doing, but that's about it.
It'd be weird to go from not knowing what you're doing in vanilla to going to fucking Sky Factory.
Holy
The
fuck.
skyblock.
it's-
Yeah, it's crazy.
But at the same time, I found Sky Factory kind of limited because you were still just stuck on that island. I felt like once we got like 20 episodes in, I kind of wanted to do stuff like go around and explore. I just missed mining, which was like, I remember being really disappointed once we got to the Nether and it was also skyblocked. I was like, I just wanted to like stick a pick into something and just fucking do some mining and building and digging and shit. So yeah, it would be nice if we could all find a game like that we kind of, I mean, there are MMOs, but they're not quite the same. Modded Terraria has kind of got my interest. I know we played a little bit of Terraria.
Yeah. I
Starbound.
don't know. I fucking hate Terraria. Like, I'll play it. I'm just like, it's just not for me. I don't know.
What did
Maybe
you
It's because,
What did you hate about it?
like, honestly, I couldn't even pinpoint it. It's just like,
I really hated the
maybe I'm
controls.
just too lazy.
Yeah, you
The
were kind of
controls.
lazy. I had like a real issue with the control. Like I feel it never felt normal. I feel like the game's designed to be used with a controller.
Oh
It
yeah,
just felt-
totally.
It felt kind of weird. Like I played it a bit earlier just to kind of get used to it. Starbound's very similar to it. So, I don't know. Is there like some new awesome Minecraft mod we don't know about, Joe? Like a very recent one?
How recent?
Like
There was
yesterday.
Invasion, which was like months ago, and that's crazy.
What is?
Invasion?
No, that's old.
It's like months ago. I don't know.
Invasion was
Fake news.
It's like 6 months
Invasion
ago.
was like
Yeah.
old when we made the Sky Factory server. Like it was around.
Yeah. No, I haven't really been keeping up on the Minecraft stuff too much.
I think if we could get like that sort of mod where like stuff happens and kind of, because the problem with Sky Factory is like once you're kind of done building stuff, it's kind of like, well, what do we do? Like there's no threat to you really. The only threat is falling off of shit.
Yeah,
That's the threat.
that's the biggest threat. Build the walls. Okay, we're good.
Whoa.
Yeah,
What
just
about
don't fall off.
Astronaut? We did like.
Astronaut is not a
didn't-
sandbox
No one
game.
watched it. Yeah.
Well,
I
it's
know,
just,
but,
it's not even close to that sort of game. There's no depth to it at all. Like you build a car and
mean-
then you're fucking done.
we built an awesome wall. Do you know? Like it's so long on that wall.
It took a long time. A lot of
Big
effort.
wall.
It just doesn't have the depth like compared to something like even vanilla Minecraft blows Astronaut out of the water. Like it's
Well, hey, maybe
I
we
don't-
just didn't dig deep enough then.
maybe they've added some stuff to the game since then. I don't know. Might be worth taking a look at. But
Yeah, there's been
Wow.
a couple updates to it, I think.
I mean, the nice thing would just be to have this like nice sandbox game where we can all log in. Everyone can kind of do their own thing, and but there's also like an overarching like we have to do this or this happens. So maybe that. Well, what is the thing with Invasion, Joe? Like, what happened in Invasion?
So Invasion basically, like you all start off. It's like tough for Minecraft, so you have to like actually pick stuff up. Resources are rare, stuff like that.
Mhm.
There's gravity in it, so there's that.
What do you mean?
Like you can't.
You just don't float? Or?
No, you can't just like you know Minecraft. You can place like blocks like a big tower. You can
Oh.
dirt pull. You can't do that because there's actual gravity built into the game. And then basically there's mobs that attack you, and they get increasingly harder and harder and harder every day, every cycle. They slowly get harder and harder. So you have to build up your defenses. You got to build up your resources. Do this and do that. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to eventually like build a spaceship to get off the planet. So there is an end game goal, but but the game it gets progressively more difficult each like 5 days or 10 days or something like that. I can't remember.
Damn.
Might be one
That
to
sounds
look
pretty
at.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if there's like a yeah, I wonder how it works on a server though if you're not logged in.
You could just same thing. Just make sure you turn the server off.
Yeah, I guess you'd have to.
Yeah.
That might be one to look at. Like I said, it would have to be one where there's some sort of like something going on, some sort of like threat. Because
Yeah, there's a threat. I tried playing a bit on single player, and it was like, because I watched Direwolf, because it was like him and Paramar doing it, and like at least there's two of them, so they can kind of work together. And I'm like, I was using single player. I'm like, oh my god, this is so tough. I'm like, the struggles. I'm like, no, I'm not playing this. It was tough.
yeah, that might be worth looking at then. Because yeah, the thing with survival maps is once you've mastered them, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, well, nothing's a threat now. Even when we were playing just normal Feed the Beast, once we built all this stuff, I was just like, what is there to do now? Like, go looking for trouble? Like, we started exploring those alternate dimensions and stuff. That was okay.
Oh,
but
right.
Yeah.
I kind of like when the stuff comes to you. That makes it more interesting. There's like a threat to, why did you build all those walls and that tower and shit? Well, now you actually have a reason to do that.
Yeah. There's viable threats because like you can get turrets and you can build your walls and fences and all that kind of stuff. But like as the mobs get tougher, they get like more arsenal themselves. They'll have like flame weapons. They'll start lighting your walls on fire if they're wood, or they'll have like TNT because it's not just creepers. They're like players that are attacking you.
Jeez.
Cool. Yeah, I like that. Maybe I'll take a look at it. Some movies and entertainment and shit. Who's seen some? Steve, go. Movies and
Movie.
things.
I just watched
It's porno with this Asian
Ew.
girl and these two old men.
You saw that one too?
You saw that one too?
I finished season 7 of The Walking Dead. It's not a movie, but it was okay. It was yeah.
Yeah? It was okay.
I didn't see it, but I heard about this movie called It Follows. Have you heard of that?
No.
It's like, I guess the premise of the show is like, there's like this fucking being, I guess, and it just slowly walks to you, and once it gets to you, it like kills you. But the only way to get rid of it is to fuck someone, and then it'll start following them. But once
It aids the movie.
you have to like, yeah, exactly. It was like, it's supposed to be a symbol for like STDs. But
Is this just some like horror movie targeted at 20-year-olds? Is that what this is
Yeah, I
supposed to be?
guess so.
That's
Yeah.
probably why I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Anyways, if they kill that person, then it goes back to the first person that had fucked them, and it just keeps going until it kills them all. I guess.
God damn.
That sounds terrible, actually.
Apparently, it was just seems really eerie because people they'll just be like chilling at the beach, and you can see off in the distance. It's just this thing slowly coming for like so long until eventually like just shows up. But I've heard mixed reviews. Someone told me it was the scariest shit of their lives, and then someone else was like, it's such fucking garbage. So I'm thinking that person that really liked it has probably had a scare with an STD or it's just like,
Or just really poor taste in movies.
Yeah.
That's always a thing. Anything else? Nope, that's for yourself. Kobe.
Nothing. Haven't been watching anything new lately. Just been working and then sitting downstairs wanting to do nothing after work.
didn't ask about your week, just the movies you've seen.
No, that's just I don't watch anything.
Jeez. You know
Why don't
there's
you
this
just
thing
kill
called
yourself
Netflix,
already?
right? You know, just
I know,
kill
like
yourself.
I even just go back on Netflix here. I'm like, have I watched any of these lately? Again?
You're like, oh yeah, I've seen Moana. I'll watch that again.
Actually, I haven't seen one.
I'll make up for Kobe. What about Joe?
Okay.
I watched Rogue One the other day.
Jesus Christ.
Is that a new one?
It is to Joe.
It's to me, so I don't watch a lot of movies or anything like that. Saw
See,
John Wick.
yeah.
He's what Kobe's going to be in 20 years.
Don't watch a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
about it.
if I had some sports, I'd be watching sports all the time. Not movies.
That's it. Not much for movies. Nope. Not at
Okay.
all.
I watched a lot. No one watched Defenders?
Oh, yeah, I got a few episodes into that, and then I left.
Oh yeah, I've seen
home.
that. Yeah.
Okay, well, that counts.
That's not a movie.
It's entertainment. If Walking
good.
Dead counts, then Defenders counts.
Yeah, Steve, come
Yeah,
on.
but I even
Use your
said
head.
it's not a movie, so. But I don't
That's
know.
why I said
what else to
movies or
say.
entertainment at the beginning. I watched Wonder Woman.
How is it?
I watched Wonder Woman's great. It's very good. It's okay. No, it's great. I watched the new Mummy.
Ooh,
Oh,
how
not
is
as-
that?
Not as good.
I can't beat the classics.
Nah, I like Tom Cruise and that chick from Kingsman. She's hot as fuck.
What the
Mhm.
fuck? Tom Cruise is in the Mummy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's not the Mummy.
he's not
in the
mummy.
movie. Though.
Yeah, no
Tom
more.
Cruise as the Mummy.
No more
Jesus Christ,
Brendan.
could you imagine?
Well, the Rock was the Scorpion King. That was fucking hilarious.
I'm just trying to picture Tom Cruise as the Mummy. It's not good. And I watched a series on Netflix called Van Helsing.
Oh,
Yo,
Yeah.
fuck.
That.
was it just 4
It's
episodes?
so-
Van
Van
Helsing?
Helsing?
No,
No,
it was a
it's
full
pretty long.
season.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all right.
I thought it was so retarded, but like kind of funny and entertaining.
It didn't
like,
take itself seriously.
Yeah.
like, it was very
Dimitri's
over
Death
the top.
Squad.
What's that?
Dimitri's Death Squad. I fucking burst out laughing. Just
Oh
like
yeah.
12 people in hoods, and it's just really light out, and like just walk down the street in a line. Like
It
was
was
dark,
a
it
bit
would look
silly
really
at
scary.
parts. The chick was hot.
Yep.
yeah,
That's the main reason I first started watching it. It was definitely like very Walking Dead inspired,
Mhm.
but it was a little, I guess, more campy, just more over the top. I don't like it. I don't think it takes itself seriously at all.
No, yeah.
It
It's
just had
just
some
a
weird.
fun, stupid action movie to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
it was,
it just kind of corny with how things happen. Just
Yeah.
too like, but like it's like, oh sweet, she can do that. I won't ruin the show for.
don't ruin the in depth of like her abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I put it on when I was like playing something. I can't remember. So I was like half watching it, but
Oh.
it wasn't too bad.
I
enjoyed
put
it.
my full attention into that, so I guess I shouldn't even be. It's like, what does that say about me?
He's just writing shit down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Taking
Good
notes.
shit.
What else did I watch? That's about it. I've been watching a lot of stuff in the Cineplex store, which is like my go-to now. I quite enjoy it.
A lot of good stuff on there.
Well, it's just like the newer releases.
Oh no. Oh yeah,
You can
the
just-
cinema store. Yeah.
Yeah. Right now it's Pirates of the Caribbean and Transformers, so haven't seen those. Probably won't.
Probably won't.
I mean, you got to see Pirates of the Caribbean just to see.
Oh, I saw the new Alien as well, Alien Covenant, and it wasn't as bad as people were saying it was, but it wasn't fantastic. It had its moments. But yeah, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great.
Was it worth the cost of admission?
I only rented it for like $6, so
Worth it.
yeah, sure. It's still a fun Aliens movie. I think the problem with Aliens movies is like the premise is just so worn out. And it's not just Aliens movies, it's those types of horror movies where there's like 8 people and then everyone dies except for 1 or 2 at the end.
Yeah.
In some sort of fashion. So, I mean, I how much more can you do with that?
And so this Alien movie, was it right after like Prometheus or?
Yeah, it's a direct sequel. It has, what's his name? What's the handsome man's name?
Fassbender?
Yeah, he's in it again. He's in it twice actually. He plays 2 androids.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I saw a clip about that. I really liked Prometheus. It was a cool one.
I didn't mind Prometheus. I can see why people bitched about it though.
Yeah, and I didn't know like enough about the Alien movies and everything, so I just watched it with no prior knowledge. And it's like, yeah, no, this was a good movie.
Yeah, I think people who expected it, that's why people were disappointed because they expected all that like crazy alien stuff. And it's like, no, that's
Not yet.
not what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, it was prep for that.
Yeah. All right. So that was movies. Do we want to go back to let's go back to a dark place. Steve opens us up in a dark place. So we're going to go. I don't know. I just had this thing recently. I think it's like an old person thing as I get older. I just kind of had this thought like in games now. In games in particular where I'm just like, I'm never going to do this again. Like I'm never going to do like thinking about like WoW or something like I'll never do the quests in Eastern Plaguelands again. Like I will probably never play a character and go to the Eastern Plaguelands again. Like I'll never do that again in my life. I'll be dead.
Jesus.
And I think that about like I mean, I could have been 20 years old and that's probably still true, but I don't think you actually think about it. You know what I mean?
About just the things you'll do for the last time in your life?
Yeah.
I mean, because I still have hope that I'll maybe come back to it, but there's a long list of games in Steam that sit like Blood Bowl. We played 57 minutes, recorded that. I've never opened it.
Oh, exactly.
Played
Like
Symphony, 50 minutes.
Oh god, that game. But I mean, even like GTA, like you may never play GTA 5 again. I'm
gonna load that shit up right now.
like, I feel like if we don't make Steve play GTA 5, he may never play GTA 5 again in his life.
Sounds like
big.
it.
I mean, I'm probably never gonna play GTA San Andreas, and that was my favorite shit.
Yeah, I mean, so you kind of get it. 'Cause, yeah, I really did like San Andreas, and you got like these memories of that place, and that's in a way I'm kind of glad we got this stuff on video, even if like no one else saw it, because I was watching a bit of our old Magic versus Technology series that was mostly me and Joe, but I think Steve ducked into right at the end, where like I'd built that gigantic fucking dome thing in the sky, and Joe had his ugly fucking box buildings in the ground and all this crazy
the meat
like
block
witch
factory.
the witch processing factory and all this
was
shit.
so funny.
You guys need some meat?
But I mean,
Steve,
all that
don't
shit's-
eat that. Don't eat that shit. Oh, like I'm hungry.
I mean, all that shit's gone now, but we got it on video, and I think of like experiences I had in other games that are just gone now, and like I kind of bat around the idea of me and Joe having a series where we go back and play like really old games that we played, and I really wanted to play Asheron's Call, but the game was already canceled before we got around to doing it.
Oh, the nostalgia.
But I mean, like all that shit's gone now. Like that's just a memory in our head now. I was thinking like other games like City of Heroes, and apparently Anarchy Online's still around.
Really?
Yeah, it's on Steam. You can still get Anarchy Online, which is fucking like that game is ancient.
Yeah.
That might be worth just hopping into just to fucking see what like fucking young people think about that fucking game.
Never
Anarchy
I've
Online
never
is
heard
like
of this game.
it was like the third or fourth big MMO essentially. I don't know if you call it big, but it was. Yeah, it was big for the time.
When did it come
It
out?
was one of those pre-WoW games. It was okay, but I mean, it's fucking old now. Like I think it came out in like 2004 or 2002, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, that game.
Or closer to 2000?
No, it's definitely. I'm pretty sure it was 2002 because Astronaut's Call is 1999, and EverQuest is like 97, 98. Which in my mind doesn't seem too long ago,
June
but it's 20 years ago.
2001.
Okay, so yeah, quite a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I mean, like that's what I think about. Like, it's either things in games I'll never do again, or just games we'll never, experience again, other than just like a memory. And even if you're 20 years old, it's still like there might be a game you played. Like Steve may never play Overwatch again.
That's true.
I mean, I've got some great memories from WoW. And
Yeah.
those things will probably never happen again. But
I think it's mainly in MMOs, or just like those type of like. I think it's like a deeper game because you can kind of remember moments in like. I remember I had a really good match in Overwatch, but I think you remember like sequences and stories more in MMOs or like sandbox style games. I remember my big thing with DayZ, like the original DayZ mod, was, like you can make a highlight video of like COD montage stuff, like and all that stuff, but DayZ is like it was a game of like 100 different stories. You never know how your day in DayZ was going to go, like who you're going to run into, what was going to happen. Like a story I was told was, I always told people was like, I remember the time we found a helicopter and we repaired it, and we refueled it, but we didn't completely repair it, so there was a leak. We didn't know it was leaking gasoline.
Oh god.
So like my friend got in it to take off, and he's like, "Oh, fuel's really low." He's like, "Where do you want to go?" And I was just like, yeah, you know what? I'll just hang here on the ground, and you just take it up and fly around a bit and come back and get me if it's okay." And he's like, "All right." And the helicopter went up, and it literally just did like a pancake flip onto the ground. And then like the next day we were in a town and we were like held up at gunpoint and someone stole our truck. Like it was a completely different story in the exact same game.
God damn.
yeah, that's pretty funny.
I mean, I think
cool.
that's those are the type of stories and memories you only get from games like that, where things like first person, like Overwatchy style games, or even like Destiny 2, they just become these like, I remember shooting a guy sort of thing. But
Or like
everyone,
just a really cool fucking play that you did, but like it all just mashes together.
yeah, it just
all
kind of
the
seems
same.
like a jumble where I can
Like,
remember.
those games are like a real world, like its own life.
Yeah, like I can just remember like memes that we had in our guild in like WoW. Just like remember like inside jokes that you'd only remember if you're in that guild sort of thing, or just experiences in raiding and things like that. So yeah, it's just one of those things. Like I think it's more apparent as you get older. You kind of have those memories like, oh man, this is the last time I'm probably going to do this. But even when you're young, like there are games I played when I'm 20 I haven't played since. So that might be happening for you guys already. There might be games you'll never play again. Maybe it's Terraria for Steve.
Now you
can
guys
only-
are trying to fuck me over on that, it seems.
Actually, I've been trying to think about that, and I guess be like the Call of Duties for me, because that's like the reason why I got an Xbox, was to play Call of Duty with everyone. And like, what was the games we'd play? Michael Myers and shit like that.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun. And like that probably won't happen again.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
never
Does
gonna
that?
happen again.
It's sad. Might as well just die.
Yeah, just fucking end it now.
Ripperoni.
Rip in peace.
We've already gone past our prime. Yep.
Yeah, we're done. We're done. Games. Steve, go. Make it quick.
Games. Have you heard of this Player Unknown?
You haven't played that though.
Yeah, but I watched someone play it once.
I've actually watched a lot of PlayerUnknown. Like I said, I think it's a game I wouldn't enjoy, but I don't mind watching it. Have you So you've watched someone play it, but you've not actually played it.
I saw someone jump out of a plane and then get shot. So I watched like a minute of gameplay here.
Yeah, you got fucked right after. Or right
So
when
at this
you got
point, I've
out.
probably seen like 100 times more gameplay footage than you have. Speaking of games, whatever happened? What's the fucking sword game, For Honor? What happened with that?
Yeah, it died.
It
Just
died.
the greatest game ever. And I
It was
remember
a lot of
someone
fun.
predicting it was going to be the Evolve of this year. Was
Was
that person right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
I think like a month ago, Evolve was free on Xbox Live, so I picked it up, and I'm like going through the achievement list, and I'm pretty sure like 50% of the achievements are diamond achievements, because no one's played the game.
Yeah. Like, For Honor looked cool, but I knew, like, within the first hour of watching it, it's just like, you're going to play this for a week, and then you're going to be like, is this it? I guess that's it.
This is it.
It
That's
just
all. Thank
seemed like
you.
it was just going to be the same thing over and over and over and over again.
I mean, but people love that shit. Overwatch, Smite, League of Legends.
Yeah, but
It's just the same thing.
I think there's more strategy to games like MOBAs in general. I don't think For Honor never struck me as like a very strategic MOBA, even though it was kind of a MOBA. It wasn't really fully a MOBA, but it definitely had some
no
MOBA
one
elements.
worked as teams really. They're like, yeah, fuck, he's going to A, I'm going to B. Oh fuck, I'm going to C. I gotta fucking kill everyone on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
then
feel like that-
all everyone really cared about was like the stances and just trying to fuck people up.
Yeah. So have you not actually played any games recently, other than the games we make you play?
I haven't played any games though.
I recently beat Mafia.
Mafia, the original Mafia.
Nah, Mafia 3.
Oh, is that the one with the black dude?
Yeah,
Yeah.
goes out on a very nice vendetta.
Is on console?
Yep.
Yeah. I heard, I remember the PC launch was like really terrible.
Oh, like the game I have, I don't know if it's possibly like just the copy I have or just the game in total, but broken as fuck.
And like it's very historically like accurate. I don't know if you guys knew this, but apparently it fucking sucked to be African American. I think I even read something about it today not being so great, but
Yeah. It's not so good.
Yeah, you'd
It's
be,
definitely better than it
assholes.
was before the 80s, but
you just be walking around down the street and cop drives by and he's like looking at you. Hey, keep on walking. But that's what I'm doing. Sorry, Jesus.
walk into a store and the guy just like pulls out a gun. He's like, "Whoa, get out of here, you thing!" And
You bad word we can't say.
easy now.
Easy,
Easy now.
easy on the racism, Steve.
this is what the game says.
Yeah, it's bad.
But were they preachy about it, or was it just like a thing? Because this was my thing with Wonder Woman. Because it was taking place during World War One, and I was like, I don't want them to get preachy about woman stuff,
Mm-hmm.
because it would just not be a good look for the movie. Like, she should stand on her own as a character, right? They shouldn't have to write in moments where she's like, I'm a woman, that's why I was able to do this, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And they did a really good job of it. Like, they showed how it was kind of shitty to be a woman in like the 1910 to 1920, and really actually anything before 1940, 1950.
Yeah.
But they showed it, but at no point did they have like this part where she like overcame the odds and gained everyone's respect. She gained everyone's respect because she could fucking pick up tanks and shit. Like, she just
She was a boss
Wonder
bitch.
Woman. Yeah, she did Wonder Woman stuff, and that was enough. And I liked how they did that. I don't like when things have to get preachy to get their point across.
And
So-
and then that's kind of like the total opposite of what the comic books really are. Because they're not supposed to be like super preachy going on.
Yeah, they're just supposed to be action.
Action, rah-rahs to pump everyone up about what's going on.
Yeah. So, Mafia, anything else?
Witcher 3, fucking hard.
Witcher 3 still?
Well, yeah, now that I've done Mafia.
Okay.
I'm a one game at a time kind of guy.
I will go back and finish The Witcher 3 at some point. But we already talked about The Witcher 3 before. I think the last time we did this.
So 3 months ago, and
Yeah.
And
Joe?
I think I've only gotten
Oh.
like 5 minutes farther.
Joe?
I've been playing 7 Days, just trying to finish up a bunch of the achievements. I never really played
Achievement.
like deep into the game anyway, so I'm like, yeah, might as well. Might as well.
Get some achievements. Jeez.
I always do that once in a while too. I'll like look through the list and it's like, oh, I can get that one. Oh, I can get
If
that
I
one.
get achievements, I get excited about it, but I very rarely actually go for them. 'Cause I don't know. I just don't care anymore. I don't.
I feel it.
Anything else?
That's about it.
Jeez.
That's about it.
Oh,
Put
actually,
my time into that.
I'll rebuttal.
Your time has passed.
No, I got a N64 emulator.
Oh God, I don't care about N64.
Glorious
You-
times.
You and Steve.
No,
playing some
it wasn't.
GoldenEye?
No, actually,
It's just magical because we were kids when we got it.
Yeah.
Really.
it was beautiful.
It honestly was like it's because you were either a kid or it was even before your time. I think that's why the 8-bit stuff is so popular. With like for me, like I don't give me fucking give me like the new Ghost Recon. Like I want shit to look amazing.
Mhm.
I don't want 8-bit. I don't want 16-bit. Like I lived through that for years and years and years.
He's been
that
there,
was, like,
done that.
That was all we had.
Yeah.
It's not like I can go play fucking Undertale and then go play fucking Fallout 4. Like, no, we were just stuck with those 8-bit graphics, and that was like, oh my god, it looks like a tree. It's so real. It's not. Fucking, and it was like that for fucking 15 years, so.
Actually, that's what
I
I
mean,
think
you've
about
done
every
your
time I
time.
play Ocarina. It's like,
Ocarina.
it's so blocky and
Yeah,
bad.
some games do not age well, that's for sure. That is for sure.
Damn sure.
I've been on like a big MMO kick. I don't know, like 2 weeks ago I just started playing like every fucking MMO. It's like I just had an urge to play one, but I couldn't really get locked in. Like I just come off a big WoW binge. Speaking of WoW, Steve, you played that for a bit. Did that last for like 2 days and then you're just like, nah?
I think I'd left planting,
Yeah.
so I stopped.
Yeah, I
I
played
can't
WoW
remember
for like
when that was.
6 weeks or 2 months or something, and then I didn't do anything. And then I tried all these MMOs. I tried Final Fantasy 14. I tried Black Desert, Guild Wars 2. I looked at some of those like weirder ones, like the new, like Ragnarok something, and I just wanted to
Which
find
was your
something.
favorite?
I kind of did like Black Desert. It was really different, but it's got some like it's just got so much interesting like weird shit in it. But it's got two major hang-ups that I can't reconcile. One is that max level everyone's forced into PvP, which is a terrible design decision if you want to actually sell your game to people.
Yeah.
Like long term PvP is cool, but the hardcore PvP base of your game is like 6%.
Yeah.
So if you're just, and they say like, oh, it's advertised as a PvP game. No, it's not. Go on Steam. It doesn't even fucking mention PvP on the write-up. So, I mean, that's kind of thing. The other big thing is it's really pay to win, and it's not pay to win in an obvious reason, like where you can just go buy a plus 5,000 sword, but it's pay to win in like the economy's so fucking broken. The only way you can buy anything good is to buy things from the cash shop, sell them on the marketplace, and use that money to buy the fucking plus 8,000 sword.
Oh my god.
So it's the economy's really broken, but it's something they could possibly fix. It's a really pretty game, and like I said, it's just got some like amazingly weird mechanics that make it actually a lot of fun, and the character design's amazing. But yeah, the PvP and the cash shop thing is a bit off-putting to me. Guild Wars 2 expansion came out a couple of days ago, so I've been playing that. I was playing that today. They put like mounts in the game, were actually pretty cool. They're very well designed. They're well animated. There's like they all got like different abilities and stuff, and they had to do specializations for all the classes. Even though I'm still using my old Necromancer build because fuck it, it's a fucking tank. But yeah, Guild Wars is good. I don't have an issue with it. That's fun. And Final Fantasy, I might check it out again, but and I'll probably always go back to WoW. You can't get away from WoW.
It's an addiction.
It's just always pulls you back.
Oh, they did a good job in this expansion. They did a pretty good job. It was a lot of fun. So we'll see. And plus, they'll probably be announcing the new expansion in a couple weeks, I imagine. Divinity 2 came out. I played a lot of that. I'm taking a break from it because the game is really fun, but at the same time makes you want to kill yourself at times. It can get fucking hard. There's also just like this weird part of map where I'm like kind of not really sure where to go, so the narrative's kind of falling on its own ass there. Fallout 4. I've been doing a series with Joe.
Huh?
Joe giving me
Me?
No one told me.
Joe giving me shit advice, honestly. Like I'm like, we got a survival mode game where if we die, that's the end of the series, and I'm like, let's get some power armor. And Joe's like, no power armor. I was like, why the fuck would we not get power armor? Here's something that makes you nigh invulnerable.
No power armor.
No power
So-
armor short series.
Ah, fuck.
Get killed by flies again. Apparently Steve just stabbed himself.
I just ran over my foot
With what?
with my wheat chair
How do you fuck up that bad?
because
I
I
don't know.
had it folded under behind the wheel, and then I got excited and moved the chair.
Are you be okay?
Oh.
Do I need to rush you to the hospital?
Go kiss it. Kiss it better.
Ran
Hey.
over my dick.
Hey Steve, you know what'd help your toe feel better? If you lick my butthole.
Licking your butthole.
Oh yeah, we watched Step
Mm.
Brothers recently too.
Just coincidentally.
Could you tell?
And you know,
Yeah.
you know what? That was like the first time I seen that movie.
Step Brothers isn't terrible.
Classic.
It's a good stupid movie.
Yeah, it is a good stupid movie. So I guess that's about it. I guess we're done.
Goodbye.
It's 10:47. All right, see you later.
Oh, bye-bye.
Steve's gonna play us out
Oh.
to the sounds
Okay.
of Saruman getting his dick sucked. Here we go.
This has been the new one I've been working on.
God, is it the same fucking song?
It's probably the usual tune. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I can't picture Saruman getting his dick sucked to this music.
But maybe he likes it like this. Ooh.
He'd be like wiggling his hips too much.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh.
That was fucking
Well
terrible.
played, Frodo Baggins. Well
Playing wasn't
played.
bad, but the fucking sound it was making.
Oh, I put it in harpsy mode because I think it sounds better. I think it sounds more like the game.
Well, that's over. He's trying. Suck it, Frodo. Everyone say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.